Okay, we're here out at the Elmwood Project, rounding out the tail end of the rehab. We're about 3 weeks into the rehab process of this home, and we've painted the exterior. As you'll see, the interior has been painted. We've renovated, completely rehabbed the kitchen. We're working with the bathrooms, and as you will see later on in this video, I'll also show you the uniqueness about this project, where there was construction in relation to the project in the backyard. There were some illegal room additions, and what we did to be able to salvage those and keep the square footage into this house. But come on in and take a look inside, and I'll show you some of the particulars of where we are right now with the project. Before I take you into the rest of the house, I want to point out a little detail in here, that just a little tip that you guys can use. What we did was we put a standard floor in here. We ended up using 16-inch tile, and we laid it at a diagonal. No big trick. But when you're going to lay tile at a diagonal, another way to dress it up is to be able to cut your tiles, maybe a 16, cut it into a third. Take that third and create a frame all the way around the room before you end up putting the field tile in. And literally, for no money at all, it just dresses up very, very simple tiles and helps create the entry so that it looks a little bit more special than it would had you just laid it down either straight or at a diagonal. So come on in here and let me show you the rest of the house, and I'll show you the kitchen. As we try to show you often, the more use of white that you can apply to any house, the more the light reflects in it. So we used something that we've shown you quite often. We use a beadboard backsplash. Kind of popular right now. Lowe's, Home Depot, they all carry it. We like to use it as much as we can. But it creates a real nice clean look, and again, it gives us the opportunity to use white. We did use granite on counters, but the story behind the cabinets is, once again, Habitat for Humanity. We ended up buying these cabinets. We got 2 houses worth of cabinets in this nice cherry wood color. They are in fact used, but by the time we oil them, add some new hardware, we've got nice custom cabinets in this kitchen for a fraction of the price. We ended up paying $12.99 for them, almost $1,300 bucks, but we got 2 kitchens out of it. But one other fun thing that we got here, that again is why we tout Habitat for Humanity as often as we can, we were able to pick up a whole bunch of appliances on a day that they were getting rid of them, and Habitat has all kinds of specials and sales and whatnot. But this is a built-in refrigerator. It is reconditioned, it is used, but it's in perfect working order. We got a boatload of appliances, we got dishwashers, micro hoods, a couple of stoves, and we got this refrigerator. We paid $5 a piece for it. It was one of their great sales that they have, but you can watch for those. You can call Habitat for Humanity. A lot of times the manager will have these private sales and or specials so that you can get things like this too. We'll give you an update on this and show you when it's completely finished, because we've got some great lighting fixtures. We've rehabbed a laundry area out there and saved part of that square footage. But in a little bit, I'm going to take you out to the backyard and show you how we saved the rest of the square footage. Okay, so here we are at the back part of the house, and what I wanted to be able to show you, which created a great opportunity on this house, is how we salvaged square footage that, with city violations on this home, would have not been able to be salvaged. What it is that the previous homeowner that owned this at some point in time built 2 unpermitted room additions, and when they did, they didn't meet code. So our job here, to take advantage of this opportunity, was to be able to bring them back into code. The house used to end right here. As you saw from the rest of it, it's quite a good size home. But from this part right here, straight forward all the way to where these posts are, this was the unpermitted addition. And again, same thing on this side of the house as with this side of the house. This unpermitted addition obviously didn't work in city code, but if you see where the fence is there, the problem is that they did not do a proper setback legally. So from where the fence ends to right where this wall now ends, this is the proper setback. There's 20 feet from the rear of the property to here. So by doing this, we eliminated what was from here to here. Patio structures do not include are not included as a dwelling. So by keeping this as a patio, even though it's the roof structure that was done for the house, it's still considered a patio because it's all open in here. The patios can encroach into a setback between property lines, but a house cannot. So we pulled the house back to a little further back from the property line than 20 feet in order to keep the structure and make it legal. That's exactly what we did. Essentially what it did was it created a patio on this side and a patio on the other side, and this area in the middle is a nice courtyard. But the building, again, was in good shape. We knew that going into it. We were able to just present to the city, well, like I was saying before, the footings, the electrical, the roofing, it all worked great. But again, by pulling it back to the proper setback, we salvaged all the square footage. Check back with me in a couple weeks. We'll have this thing completely finished and show you what it looks like. There's another great project. Text.